Hello everyone, and welcome back to Baldur's Gate 3 5th edition. Last time, we found the leader of this colony, and explained that we'd already dealt with their Dwaga problem, and as a result we now have received some magic items, and met Glut, who is going to join us on some adventures.
Might as well go myself.
And I think today, we will go and see if we can't procure ourselves some... the tree bark. What's it called? The name of the tree. It was on the map, wasn't it? Susa bark. That's the one. Let's go get ourselves some Susa bark. Now let's figure out how to get out of here the correct direction. This seems suitable enough. Yep, that looks good. So, I really thought we had like one or two tiny things left to do down here before we would be finished up with this campaign. But they keep throwing curveballs at me. There's always that little bit more something to be doing. So we obviously still need to be looking for the night song down here somewhere. But over here we have the Susa tree. Oh, get away from that. Get away from that.
Istra, what are these accursed flowers? I can feel my magic ebbing away.
I don't want to be attacked by Bibabang. Yes, these flowers. Susa blooms. The bright blue flower picked from the budding Susa tree exudes a honey-sweet aroma which turns foul and eventually fades away if the bloom is exposed to sunlight. Susa blooms nullify nearby magic. And just down here, we can see that there are some hook horrors. So we're going to try and creep our way through here. I'm actually just going to retreat slightly and get rid of that plant that's threatening to explode on us. That sounds like an Astarian job. Astarian also was the one who handed in the quest recently, so they have Bliss Spores, a 1d6 bonus to attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws, which is extremely powerful. That's like having Bardic Inspiration for ages. But let's do a ranged attack, please, against... No, it's not going to let us. Well, that's awkward. Oh, because it was sneak attack, I guess. And then Gale, if you would be so kind. Classic. We'll let that burn out and then see about fighting some hook horrors on the other side. 1 turn remaining, 6 whole seconds. There we go. So he needs to sneak if we're going to get sneak attack off against that hook horror. Seems to be at least one other creature hiding down there somewhere. We are stood closer to this plant than I would like. Oh, did it just... It just healed for all of its hit points, so this could be a much more complicated fight than I anticipated. What else is down here? Can't see anything. There's something on the map. More hook horrors. I guess we're going to have to get right up in the fight. And here we go. Let's start... Is there any way we can get advantage against this hook horror? Andrew is too late in the order. I don't really want to be getting that close and personal with our wizard. That is not a high attack stat. Right. Shadowheart. Start here. Let's start with a simple guiding bolt. That can surely only go fairly well for us. But apparently this is a terrible way to orient ourselves for this attack. And it's a critical miss. I was hoping to get that so then Astarion would have had advantage on his attack, making a sneak attack possible, but let's just get in there. 8 is good. 8 I can deal with. I think I'm going to take this opportunity to dark vision for Gale. It's going to be worth it for the long run, I think. And bonus action, Astarion, you can have a bonus action offhand stab. We might bite something later, but for now, no need. I swear I always miss with that. I know the percentages are lower. Oh no. Oh no.
Hells, we're attracting too much attention.
Joy. Okay, well, this is going to get harder before it gets easier. We have Shroud in Shadow, but that's becoming invisible. That's not too useful to us right now, I don't think. Moonbeam is a bit dangerous with Astarion quite so up in the action. So we'll stick to some standard cantrips. And then our new friend, Glut. Only has 27 feet of movement. That's oddly specific. And we have nothing to animate with our spores, so we will dash. Try and get in this fight a little better. And they will be ready, hopefully, for the next round. Oh, we did manage to hit with a bonus offhand attack. That is nice. Right, Gale now has dark vision active, so our probability on this should be much higher. Good. He's now concentrating on that and can do more damage every subsequent turn. Shadowheart. I think it's just going to be a Sacred Flame for you. And Gale and Shadowheart don't need to spend their bonus actions, so the Hook Horror can take another turn. And again, it's spent its turn. Oh, here we go. Friends. Well, we still get our turn in the order. Rumbling Earth appears to be some kind of lair action that has not quite been programmed correctly yet. And more Hook Horrors. So let's see how this goes. We have Andrew up. Well, with that down there, I think... Moonbeam is a classic. Are we going to get a turn with Glut right now? Seems that we are. We'll come hop down here. And for the first time we'll get our multi-attack. That was immense. Alright. Back to Astarion. Just going to attack from range into the Moonbeam. Gale. We did not get to use too much of that witch bolt, so let's stick with cantrips for a hot minute. And Shadowheart, you probably don't have the range to attack anything down there quite now, do you? What about with your short bow? Good work. Right, now we have Filro the Forgotten.
Oh, my love! My joy!
Alright. Well, that was a big leap. One of my lovely subscribers told me that I can click this thing and get far more information in one screen rather than having to scroll up and down lots, which is great. So they were trying for hold person against Shadowheart, but she succeeded on her save. And now Andrew is back. We can move his moonbeam. Let's pop it on this weaker target. And for a bonus action, I think we'll go with a Shillelagh. That's the lair action. Oh, is that the bullet? This is turning into a way funkier fight than I anticipated. Oh, sick. The bullet and the hook horrors aren't friends. I love it when the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Right, this guy. These are both actions. But we could raise this hook horror to be our... What does it say? Release spores, corpse, and animate as a source servant under your command. Cannot be used on constructs, plants, or aberrations. I mean, you kind of have to have a go, right? And it's on our initiative, which is awesome. Get a small army going. No bonus action to take. Whose turn are we on then? Have we just broken the system? Well... This is awkward. No one is currently taking a turn. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop a save. And reload and see if that will kick us back into initiative. Great success. Alright, that worked perfectly. At least in so much as it took a reload, but we got there. So that hook horror is now on our side. I'm inclined to go after the humanoid that might do worse things to us. Excellent shot. Moonbeam should finish him off. Now, Gale, you have a hook horror of your very own. Could Burning Hands, although for a single target that seems unideal. Let's try a bit of a Shocking Grasp. And then because we hit it, we can run away, let somebody else take a hit because they cannot take reactions after Shocking Grasp. Shadowheart. Where do we want to focus our attention? Let's focus it up here. Try and save Andrew a bit. What do we fancy though? Just a stab, I guess. Doesn't seem the most exciting, but... No bonus action to take. They die in Moonbeam. I think we can probably just bop that with our shillelagh. Or not. But we have a hook horror. What do we get to do as a hook horror? Multi-attack 2d6 plus 0 piercing. That's cool. Let's just hop down to that level there. And multi-attack. Invalid target. I guess they won't target their own? Aim two attacks at a target, each dealing 2d6 plus 0 piercing damage and possibly making the target bleed. Well, it doesn't say there's any kind of limitation on that, but we got a regular attack off, which is nice. Andrew. We already tried to attack with. Didn't think that one through. Should have moved Moonbeam, but it's fine. Hook horrors are at war with each other. The bullet is over there taking a pummeling. Let's do a great big multi-attack here again. Oh, it's so satisfying. Especially when all 3 attacks hit. Is it making 3 separate attack rolls? Attack roll, 18, 18, 17. Yeah, it's making 3 separate attack rolls, which is awesome. The bullet's back. 38 damage. That's horrific. So that might gain our attention in just a little while. How hard would it be to make that shot? Quite. Let's deal with this guy who's possibly going to get rid of Andrew's concentration. Excellent. Shadowheart and Gale still have turns. That's way too far out, isn't it? Shame. Hopefully it doesn't suddenly decide that we are a much tastier morsel. And Andrew's back. Right, how far around are we going to have to get to move this moonbeam somewhere we want it to be? Neither of those places, unfortunately. Let's stick it there. That seems to be a direction they might have to pass through if they want to pick a fight with us. Still can't multi-attack, but we can standard attack. And that's a crit. Yes, keep hurting the hook horror. That's what we like to see. I wonder if we could animate the bullet. Super. We'll see if we can animate 2 things at the end of this turn, or whether we can only have a cap of 1. So now it's just us versus the bullet. Oh, damn. That's a bad time. Right, we got all 5 of us in the action. So, start there, and we'll work on our sweet revenge. I think this might be worth... Where is it? We have 2 of these now, so I think we can afford to spend 1. 1d8 plus 5 plus 1d6 plus 7d6 poison on a 91% to hit. Damn, son. We crit with that? That's obscene. 14d6 poison damage. I'm not even sure if I own that many d6s. Well, that went pretty damn well. Andrew, if you could please think about moving that and then change your mind. No? How do we stop concentrating? Guidance, I guess. Well, that was a 20-minute fight. Let's go and just pick through some pockets, see if anything had anything of value, particularly the humanoid. And then we can look for some Sousa bark. Hello. Slippery chain shirt. Medium armor. Pulled out of a bullet's gut, this chainmail shirt couldn't save its previous owner, though it may help the next. Aura of protection. When the wearer heals a creature, it automatically disengages and won't trigger opportunity attacks. That's really cool. A bone, a bucket, and a shovel. Getting a lot of cool loot down here. I guess that kind of makes sense. You come to somewhere as deadly as this, you'd want to be well rewarded for it. Scroll of Blur, Scroll of Misty Step, Scroll of Sleep, and some standard other stuff. Now, where is our nice reward? Well, there seems to be a bunch of stuff up there, and another ancient rune circle. Lots of ancient rune circles down here. But right now, what I'm most interested in is finding some Sousa bark. It says it's going to be out here somewhere. What do I have to do? Attack this? Right, perhaps that's not it. Perhaps it's above us. That looks like it could be the case. More Sousa blooms. Hey, Sousa tree bark. I'm just going to get rid of this. I don't like it being there. Alright.
I've got the plans and the Sousa bark. Now I need somewhere to craft it all.
I think we can probably go back up to the...
The forge at the blacksmith's house should do.
He beat me to it, the cheeky chap. So, I'm just going to have a very quick peek around whatever is up this ledge. And then I think we will save. And short of anything else specific to be doing down here, apart from mushroom hunting, which seems like quite the niche expedition. Although, as much as it's related to our tadpole woes, I think that's kind of a thing that I'll be worrying more about when the game comes out in full release. Because that seems to be the overarching plot. Ooh, pouch. No, empty pouch. Down there somewhere is the beach. This is just more giant tree. I'm hoping walking down here doesn't cause some kind of giant ambush for having moved so far down into this area. We'll just finish scouting around these parts. Do you want some intestines? I don't. Not a big fan.
The rock under your feet juts upwards, forming a perfectly engraved tombstone with a small epitaph. In memory of Myrna, a shining light in this dark world. May you forever gaze upon the lake you love to play in.
Was she quest pertinent? Was she one of the folks that we had come down here to find? I guess not, because we didn't get any kind of prompt. But hey, I'd say this has gone pretty well, considering all the stuff we just had to fight. Our companion certainly helped with that. This is a completely different piece of land from where we just were. There is rumbling earth behind us. But I don't want Astarion to stray off too far on his own. We all know how badly that can go. So let's pull him back round to meet everybody else. Nice perilous walkway. And the only other thing I'm kind of tempted to do is with Glut here, what if we do this? Use jump to reach, sure. Oh, they got injured. Made a noise like a sad puppy. How long does this last for, and what can we do? Corrosive Phlegm, 3d8 plus 3. Burrow, 4 plus 1 bludgeoning. Bite, 4d12. God. Well, that's certainly someone you'd rather have on your side. Right, we'll call it there. Thank you ever so much for watching. I will probably head back down to the blacksmiths and see about making some kind of master weapon. I don't know how much better it will be than what we currently have equipped, but it's one of the earliest things we found in this campaign, so it will be nice to tie off that bow, and then I think we just have to go looking for the object that we came looking for down here in the first place before we even got to the Underdark. The Gale's Wing, the something swallow, the Nightingale, that one. That sounds right. If you've enjoyed the video, please do consider pressing that like button, and if you're enjoying the series, you can please subscribe. There's a link in the description for the full playlist, and otherwise I will see you in the next one. Thank you ever so much for watching. Cheers.